The attorney for the woman left in a police car that was hit by a train says prosecutors are telling him that the woman is going to face a felony charge. Back in September, a Platteville police officer parked on railroad tracks when he pulled over Irene Rios Gonzalez. A man had called 911 claiming that she pointed a gun at him during a road rage incident and admitting that he had brake checked her. Well, Fort Lupton officers came to help the Platteville officer. They put Rios Gonzalez in the back seat of a patrol car parked on the tracks and left her there as a train smashed into it. She ended up with multiple broken bones and other serious injuries. The DA's office is still deciding whether the officers who left her in the patrol car should be charged with any crime. The officer who parked on the train tracks is still on paid leave. Our legal analyst, Whitney Traylor, is here to try and sort all this out now. This is a mess, but there are potentially 2 criminal cases here, so what could everybody be charged with?
Right, it is a mess, and that lead-in, I think, explains it. If you didn't know this was a real situation, you'd say, wait, the police put her in the back,
Right.
put her on the train tracks and let the train hit her?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, and really what they're looking at is potentially charging her with felony menacing for the alleged road rage charge. Now that, they did find a gun, there was the 911 caller, that's going to be an issue, but the police may be faced, and they haven't been charged with anything, but they may be faced with assault, felony assault, reckless endangerment, and then, of course, the civil claims, which I think will be the big part of this case. No question.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to see a civil case, right?
Well, the attorney for the woman who I'm calling her the victim, the one who was injured, had already sent a notice of claim indicating that before you sue the government, you have to let them know, hey, we're going to do that. He sent that letter, so that surely the writing is on the wall that a lawsuit is coming.
So there is, I understand, a law where there's an accountability issue, and one police department could say, well, the other police department's accountable here. So how would that all work out?
Well, it's bizarre because this was like, the Keystone Cop situation, and I don't mean to be so disparate. We're always talking about police in this day and age, and just earlier this week I talked about the Pitbull case with the Golden Police, who were complete heroes in what I read. So I want to point that out, that no, we're not always bashing the police, but in this case, it was the Platteville officer that parked on the tracks. That's the first essentially crime, if you will. And then it was the Fort Lupton police that put her in the car. They put her in the Platteville police behind the driver's seat, which is not where someone's supposed to go. They're supposed to go on the passenger side in the back. That may have saved her life, though, because the train hit on the passenger side. Right. So what's interesting here is under the police accountability bill, police have a duty to intervene when they see somebody, police violating somebody's rights. Should somebody have intervened here when the car was parked on the tracks? One, saying, hey, you're parked on the tracks, but secondly, putting her in the vehicle, because this was a separate department. And everybody's going to be pointing the fingers at each other, so I could see them trying to put the accountability on the other department. Well,
speaking of pointing fingers, does the railroad or the operators of the train, the engineers, do they have any legal say?
Right. That may be an issue, and I don't know how much the train wants to get involved in this, but I can't imagine what the damages are to the train and to the tracks and that kind of thing. So I would think that they would have a claim against the police and even the operator, because they said, I saw they had 100 cars, it's many tons, and when they saw the car on the track, they pulled both of the emergency brakes, and they weren't sure if somebody was in the car. So even the conductor, the damages that person may have suffered, that's going to be something that's going to stick with you for a long time. And even the woman in the car, she was screaming to get out, saw the train coming. The physical damages were severe, but Gary, the emotional distress here is going to be, she'll never be the same. I can't imagine.
What a mess. All right, Whitney Traylor, always good to see you. Thank you.
All right, good to be here.